Hey everyone, D-Dub Scuzzy here. Welcome back to Sekiro. Alright, we are continuing with the world's glitchiest playthrough. And hopefully, we're going to be clearing out this entire area of Senpou Temple. I always like this area. I mean, on top of having a very pretty aesthetic, battle monks were always a really cool concept to me. Unarmed, using quarterstaves. There are a couple here with those weird glaive things, but I don't know. I always thought it was pretty cool. So I enjoy going through this area and fighting them every time. And they can be a little rough, but for the most part, they aren't that bad. That is a grab. Do not let them hit you. Ow, okay. This guy's a staff user. He's a little bit stronger than the rest of them. That's a stab. His, quick movements can make it pretty difficult to stealth kill him. But it's a grab. Or it's a stab. There should be a little money on this roof up here. The staff guys, I think, are objectively more dangerous. Every now and then, some of these guys will use either, I think it's Akos, or I don't know what the blue one is. The defensive and the offensive sugar. Ow. Okay. Alright, these two I know. One of them uses... I think it's Ungo. Is it Ungo? No, I'm curious. Yeah. One uses Akko, one uses Ungo's sugar. There are a couple others that do, but... these ones are the only two I'm readily aware of. Dude was deep in thought. Alright. Voice is giving me trouble. That should be everything out in this little forest, and now we're heading inside. And things only get worse from here. Because they have an endless number, not really endless, but a ginormous amount of those crickets. I hate these things. They really aren't that bad, but I hate them anyway. Someone needs to call an exterminator. Alright, so there's lots of crickets in this room. There's a Taro soldier behind that shrine, and then there's 3 of these guys and that thing. Don't try to kill the one up ahead. You cannot. Not yet. Yep, there's the Taro. He's on his way. Taro work with these guys a lot, so do the rats. Okay. Ah, should have deflected, not swung. And he's dead. Now, the reason fighting this monk is pointless, he'll continuously spew those things out. If he ever notices you, which he usually doesn't. But he's one of the immortal ones. Unless you have the Mortal Blade, you cannot permanently kill him. That does mean that if you feel like it, and you have the Breath of Life ability, you can continuously farm him for death blows, and they'll keep healing you. Otherwise, he'll keep creating more of those annoying little bugs. So we have another Gourd Seed, which is very nice. She tells you about the 2 Serpent's Viscera, which you must cross over here to use it all. But we can't do that right now. Just a little loot up here right now. I think it's just like a Amiibo balloon of possessions or something like that. Oh no, it's a coin purse. And now this area is very dangerous because there are 2 of, frankly, probably the most dangerous regular enemies in the game. As well as some monks and bandits. I don't know why there are bandits here, but there are. So we just straight up murder everyone. That guy right there. The one dressed like a Ronin. But I believe, if I can stealth kill one, I should be able to take the other one without too much of a problem. The issue is he sees everything. Yeah. Oh boy. Gotcha. Alright. They're tough, but I can bring one of them down. 2 of them, no chance. Yeah, great. Just kill him real quick. Alright, now it's just us. Yeah, you're cool, I get it. That's the easiest way to kill them. Bait them into their aerial attack. They have one specific attack where they remain in the air for more than like 1 second. Or really, it's just about 1 second. And you can take advantage of an aerial death blow and instantly put them down. But they don't use it super often. So it's a little bit tricky to pull off. So there's one shield guy and then an axe guy. I prefer to take out the axe guy, because the shield guy can be one-tapped with this thing. And that's the bandits down. If you're not comfortable fighting those guys, which I completely understand, Yashiriku's sugar should make it a little easier to take them out. Or, sorry, not Yashiriku's, Gaiken's. Alternatively, you can just leave, which is what I did the first time I played, and fought them, and realized the hopelessness of my fight, and just ran for it. Because I'm telling you, those dudes are serious enemies. Alright, I've got enough skill points. I can pick up Emma's medicine. Awesome. So we should have 4 upgrades on that thing now, as far as the potency of the healing goes. 1 from the bull, 1 from the ogre, and then 2 that I've bought. This guy's like the least important one. The only truly valuable thing he has, it's not even that valuable, is this. Which is like a replenishing Prism Stone. Prism Stones from Dark Souls, in case anyone isn't aware. They're little multicolored rocks that you drop on the ground in case you want to leave a path, pretty much. And the rice does that. It's just like a gourd of always filling rice that never runs out, so you can use it like 5 times a rest or something like that. Alright, now we have the rats. Kill this guy first, every time. The ones that are mostly naked are primarily ranged. They will run from you if you try to fight them. And they will just constantly throw knives at you. They're like the worst thing. The ones with the little piece of body armor, they'll sit there and they'll fight you, and they're good at killing. So it's usually not super easy either. They have a grab attack. Most of their stuff isn't that bad. But one pattern that's semi-consistent with them is that once they parry, they will almost always go in for that very quick slash across your knees. And so if you can nail the parry timing on that, you should be relatively untouchable. So up there is the path forward, but I am going to go down here. And I didn't know about this area for ages. If you want to complete the Taro's quest line the way he would want you to, you must go down here. A couple geckos will drop down. And there's the pure white flower, which is what he wants. It's a pinwheel. But he calls it the pure white flower. I don't know why it's important. I don't think it was ever explained why he wants these pinwheels or why they matter to anyone. And this should be, yeah, monkey booze, that was it. Which is just a drink that you can get some lore out of Emma, Ishin, or the sculptor with. And this is the official way to get to the Bell Demon. I'm just going to use this, go back to the last idol that I used, which is Shigendo, I believe is what it's called. That way I can take the normal route. Alright, leave the others in the dust, keep moving, and here we are. This is what I much prefer to get. He says he wants the white flower, but you can get the red and white one. If you give him that, it enables you to send him to either the dungeon, where he'll be worked on by the doctor and promptly killed, or really turned into a monster that you have to kill, or you can use it to send him to Anayama, which is what I'm going to do. Alright, so we have the big armored warrior. This is one of my favorite FromSoft fights ever. You cannot hurt him. And despite what you might assume from the description of the spear, the loaded spear, it cannot tear his armor off. I tried so many times. Nothing takes his armor off. That's his whole shtick. if I've got him at the right angle. Nope. Ooh. Gotcha. There we go. Extra prayer bead. That's one of the breath abilities that you get from just progressing the game, as opposed to purchasing it as a skill. And in case anyone was not aware, the reason he yelled Robert was his sixth son. And if you remember the firecrackers that you used to make the spring-loaded firecracker thing, the prosthetic tool, those were called Robert's firecrackers. They were toys held by his son that he sold in exchange for information to try and find a cure for the sickness. I think the monks promised that they would save his son's life using their evil powers if he defended them, which is why he has the armor. There's some good stuff in this lake, but I can't get it, or pond, but I can't get it right now. There's a pretty big enemy fortification here. A couple of monks who focus on ranged attacks. Mostly normal monks, though the hooded ones have bombs they'll chuck at you. You can get into this structure through a broken window over here. I prefer not to. You can also just go over the roof. I prefer to come at it from behind. For no real reason. It's just how I do it. These guys will parry you, but they rarely, if ever, actually retaliate. They mostly just try to back up and chuck their little spinny explosives. And that's about it, as far as the enemies right on this path go. Down here... What was that? I have never heard that sound before. That was uncomfortable to hear. Okay. It's right here. So you just drop down, kill these monkeys. Oh, I didn't kill that one. There we go. And then you get a little balloon. You can drop on this Taro from above if you... Oh. Or you can fight him, whichever one you prefer. I'm not landing my timings great. And that's the other side from where those battle priests are. So just a little sub area. Few minor rewards, nothing essential, but I always clear it out anyway. So the way forward is this direction. But rather than going through this rat-infested stronghold directly, I prefer to take it from behind by going over here. There's a mini-boss in this chamber. That thing, which is the second one of them. Clear out. He has no way of reaching you up here, so just clear out as many of these as you can. Be careful. They will throw fire at you. And then I prefer to get a free health bar knocked off of him. And then to clear out his health as well. Because you don't have to actually fight them. You can just do this. And just like that, Long Arm is dead. Those guys have never been that bad. If you're not great at timing the parries, they can be a little rough. But they shouldn't be a major hassle for anyone. Not by this stage of the game, at least. After all, you've taken on Genichiro by this point. Unless you're here before you've taken on Genichiro. In which case, you should probably go back and do that. There's all kinds of, mostly animals up this path. A couple geckos here and there, a bunch of wolves right over here. More geckos down there. This guy's a monk. There are a couple of them that walk around here a lot. Alright, so on this building, this is the one that I went around. There's a good number of rats here. Many of them are up on the roof. A few of them are down on the ground level. And some of them are focused on ranged attacks, which is the most annoying part. I recommend just trying to stealth out as many of them as possible. The ranged ones have like no posture and no health, and they basically will not fight you. They'll just throw things at you. But they're really good at evading, and so if you try to go after them while the other ones are attacking you, they'll kind of dance around you and can really tear you up. These ones will jump onto the roof as you get near. Right. Don't go in there once they start chucking poison. Alright, so that's all of them. And now, there's a lot of monks in here, and that one. That possessed monk is way worse than the other one. This guy's got a staff, so kill him. Do not fight that centipede. It will absolutely tear you apart. It's one of the most dangerous non-boss enemies in the game. And there's a couple of them around this temple. I usually come back and kill it later. I don't think I will for the sake of this walkthrough, though. But I do want this. That's a grab attack, and it'll hurt you really bad if it catches you with it. My advice, run away from it. Don't fight that thing, because you can't kill it anyway. The moment you put it down, it gets back up. Alright, there should be a Taro behind this rock. And then another Taro. This one's with a shield and a few monks walking down the path. Now the shield Taros can be broken by the axe, but it takes 2 axe strikes to break it. As for the monk, he's just one of the ranged ones, so more of an annoyance than a threat. My advice is just backstab the Taro, but have your axe ready in case you fail to get him in time. There's another throwy monk up here. And one here. And there's another 1 or 2 up ahead. They're no biggie, but they're around. You can also get up here from the rat temple if you climb up those rocks. I usually don't, but you can. Yeah, regular guy, ranged guy. There should be some Ungo's sugar right under here. And then there's another baddie that comes walking around this corner. Alternatively, you can just antagonize him, because it's going to be difficult to get him with a stealth attack, even if you try to. Get out from around the corner, dummy. I'd rather not fight him in full view of my enemies. Alright. This is one of the only places where I use Yashiriku's sugar. And it's because there's another 2 of those battle monks up ahead. Sorry, 3 of those battle monks up ahead. Two of them stand back to back, one of them patrols. Now this makes it very, very difficult for you to be noticed. Like, really difficult. You're basically a ghost. So sneak up, backstab one, blood smoke ninjutsu, backstab the other. It's the only viable way that I have ever had to kill them. And then try to backstab him before he notices. Bada bing, bada boom, they're all dead. You don't have to kill them. I do prefer killing them, because I hate them. The last monk of the palace is right down here. Last living monk. He's dead, moving on. I am getting a call from someone who matters more to me than the game. I will be back. Alright. I am back. So this cave is mostly just full of the centipede guys. Which can just be jump killed. There's no need to actually fight them. Once you fall down, I believe you want to head this way. This cave always turns me around a little bit. Alright. There's a couple of geckos out here. With just some minor loot. The real reason that you come up here, though, is for this. That's the last of the real esoteric texts. With that, you can now get basically all the skills that matter. There's 4 or 5 powerful skills that are like combat-based, like attacks, like this one. And once you fully complete any series of esoteric texts, Ishin will grant you the thing that lets you master those ones, but none of them are very great, in my opinion. Also, there's this fancy-looking guy along with all of the other somehow actually dead monks, because these are the ones that normally don't die. Area was always a little weird to me. But that should be the whole cave. Now we just have to leave. Alright, I'm gonna go open the big doors. Which is normally what I do anyway. I just run past those guys, at least what I used to do, before I figured out how to kill them. Run past them, open the door, and then grab this and rest. And then you don't have to fight them. And then just pretend they don't exist forever. Alright, so let's take a look at our skills. That one's okay. Not great, but it's okay. Don't really need those. This. And then I'll want flowing water, and then that one. There's one or two good ones in the Pray and Strikes. Ikimonje double is great as well. I'm not going to bother exploring this yet, because it's sort of pointless. It's full of those unkillable monks. And there's just a bit of decent loot. None of it's great. But Dragon's Blood can be helpful if you're struggling with Dragon Rot. A Jinzo statue is normally considered a pretty valuable find, and Fat Wax is decent enough upgrade material. Okay. So let's go ahead and fight the monkeys. They're always a little tricky. Don't expect a detailed exactly how to deal with them perfectly walkthrough. This is going to be haphazard at best. The orange one's going to notice me right off the bat. He always does. First, kill that one. Just immediately. That one exists solely to alert the other ones. The purple one is over there on the mountaintop, on the rooftop. He'll see you from basically everywhere. And the green one hears everything, but has terrible vision. Now the orange one he's not great at anything, he's just loud. He'll see you, and then he'll start going on this route. Just follow right behind him. Got it. Don't bother going down to the green one yet. He'll just become more and more annoying. These monkeys don't fight you, but they'll summon things that will if you get onto any of the corners of any of the rooftops. You'll get attacked by terror monkeys that inflict terror damage on you. They're terrible. That invisible monkey will just follow you everywhere. Like, the whole stage, he'll be right behind you to make it easy to find him, but you'll never see him. Which is why I take him out at the start. He's the only one of them that I consider easy to deal with. The orange one is normally a bit of a hassle. The purple and green ones are both terrible. Now, I know there's something weird you can do with this. I rarely do. So does this turn out the lights so that he can't see you if he comes down here? I think it does. That way the purple monkey won't be able to see you coming. Now, once you get up here, you're going to have to kill him fast, because terror monkeys will spawn. There they are. Got him. Alright, deal with the terror monkeys. No matter how many times you try to reset the area, they will continue spawning. And chasing you. Like, they don't despawn. But they will keep building up more and more terror. Awesome. So now we just have the hearing monkey. Now, I know there's something you can do to mess with him as well. There's a bell that you can ring, or a gong. Is it a bell? I think it's a bell. You can ring it, and it's supposed to prevent him from being able to hear you. The problem is, its reverberations seem to stop by the time you reach him, so I'm not sure how valuable it really is, but you can. Because he'll hear just about everything you do, especially the second you try to get near him. Fighting him usually results, for me, in a mad dash, just pursuing him. Got it. Alright. That went really smoothly. That's all 4 of them. This monk here will give you info on them if you ask him to as well. Although it's not essential. And once they're beaten, a couple very valuable things happen. One, you get an upgrade, just like a strength upgrade. That one is one of the big ones. And now that we're here, we can get the Mortal Blade. I've never enjoyed my fight with those things, but it's never been a hassle, like a big problem for me either, because it's pretty easy.
Yeah. I do.
When you draw the Mortal Blade, you die and you revive. And now I have the Mortal Blade.
Yeah,
Now, we're going to start the process. Going to start the process for the return ending. And the first thing you have to do is just keep getting rice from this kid. I think he'll only give you more if you eat it. And I believe you have to get it like 3 times. And every couple rests, he'll do it again. So just continue with your game and stop in occasionally to get more rice is the best way to do it, that I've noticed at least. And this takes you right back into the place where we rang the bell to go fight the monkeys. Now, both of these guys are those worm-type monks. I can kill one of them. 2 of them are horrifically bad. So you just backstab them, and then deathblow them again. And now they're permanently dead. And that's why I love the Mortal Blade. So these things, they don't like firecrackers, and when they lunge at you, if you can parry them, you can slice at the creature itself, and they really don't like it. Otherwise, they're just the worst. And they have a nasty grab attack. But I have never been comfortable fighting them. They're always a struggle. There should be 3 of them in here, and then there's 2 or 3 ones that just spit bugs. Yeah, this guy's a centipede too. And then the other ones are all just regular bugs. No biggie. Okay, so they're all still dead, which means I can run on down and kill the other centipede monk without having to respawn or anything. I think he gives you a lump of grave wax, which is a good upgrade material. Okay. So that's all the monks in here. There's 2 more immortal ones. I might as well kill them. I think both of them have little special drops, nothing super essential. And now I can switch out Blood Smoke for Puppeteer, which I vastly prefer. Blood smoke is actually, it's really useful. I find Puppeteer to be way more fun, though. What saw me? Oh, right, there's still a gecko that's alive, isn't there? Hello? I don't remember ever encountering that guy. That's new to me. Weird. Okay. Nope. Ah, I'm trying to get away from him. The annoying thing re-heals itself when it does that. And stay dead. Unfortunately, it won't. And no grave wax, I was wrong. Alright, well, the temple grounds, Sculptor's Idol is just over here. It's the nearest one now, I think. We're gonna go back to the first area. So now, we can finish up this guy's quest. I'm not gonna send him on his way with the Divine Abduction and the white pinwheel. But I'll give him the red and white.
I'm looking, but you think... Yes, yes.
Travel destination,
There's
Anayama.
You should give him.
All right.
You should.
And that's very helpful. Because at the end of the game, that translates to a really big deal. And now we're going back down here. Puppeteer this guy. He has one of the few unique Puppeteer interactions, which is to crank the kite. And then he'll hold it there. Now, I don't know if resting at a Sculptor's Idol will change that, because I've never tried. My recommendation is to sprint to where you can use it, which is where I'm going now, and I'll kill that last monk on the way. Okay, so nothing special for him either. And now we can use the kite, jump all the way over here. Just catapult yourself along. And catch on. Being over here is important for two reasons. Once you hit the end of Act 2, Black Hat Badger spawns in here. His questline isn't hugely important, but if you feel like proceeding it, you gotta talk to him here. The main reason that it's valuable, though, is because now we can kill the big snake. So it gives you the option for that second death blow. I figured there was no point in trying to talk over it. Now it gives you the option for the second death blow. And if you choose not to take it, that thing will eat you, and you will wake up where the other snake is, which is an underground chamber that you can reach normally, but that's a little fast travel point if you choose to do that instead. Killing that thing, the only real benefit that it gets you, one, this area is safe to travel now, which has it does have a little bit of value in it. Be careful, most of this bridge is not solid. And then it gives you the fresh serpent viscera, which is part of the return ending, which we'll have use for later. I'm just going to go to the dilapidated temple from here. You can jump into the water if you want to. I'd suggest looting this area, though, because you cannot get back to it once the snake is dead. That Jinzo statue, if you don't get it now, is out of your reach forever. I'll go talk to Hanbai real quick.
That's so. What? The mortal deed on you. I couldn't leave it.
If you don't need him to train anymore, tell him that you'll kill him. He'll go prepare himself.
Hey, that's still.
You don't have anything else. Yeah.
Until next.
He does get another memo once you hit the end of Act 2, or maybe once you start Act 3. Yeah, he can upgrade if I feel like having him do that. Frankly, though, if I've bought all of the other good stuff, which there's a couple of other things that are worth money to grab. Once I get those, though, I will have most all of the good stuff. Once that's done, though, I recommend just saving up 5 grand, getting the dragon part of the dancing mask thing, and then you'll have all of the unique things.
I'm glad. Goodbye.
Alright, so that's a lot of gourd seed usage.
Wolf.
It is. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Keep up. Oh, that lord. I heard.
Oh yeah, one of the weirder things, he always mentions it and I always forget about it. This will take you right to the dilapidated temple, if you want to use it. There's no real value in it, but you can. Alright, so it's 3 for the good one, right? Yeah, that one's nice. That's just a posture recovery, and it does, once you get that one, and the other one I already have, that's basically all of your posture back every death blow. But that one's more valuable. We'll go to the stairway. And killing the monkeys has changed the world irrevocably as well. So there are 3 main bosses in Act 2, which starts once you beat Genichiro. There's the ape, the monk, and the monkeys. Every time you kill one, the time of day, it gets later. As you can see, the sun is no longer out. It still has not hit nightfall. Once you kill one more of them, it will. And ghosts can then spawn in various locations around the world.
Oh,
So he still doesn't have anything super important. He has more upgrade materials for sale than most people do. And this is a pretty rare sugar. I think it lowers your health, but yeah, then gives you a ton of attack power. And he has some coin purses if you feel like saving money. Now his quest is finished. We just have to wait till the end of the game to reap the primary benefit of it. Which is, again, a big deal. I recommend doing that. Especially on your first playthrough. Okay. So I think that's pretty much everything for that. I might as well head back, actually, see if there's another batch of rice. As I recall, you just have to eat 3 or 4 of them.
Shinobi, this now. Less.
Yeah. I did enough traveling around that it counted.
I think.
Rightly. Farewell, may the.
Make sure that you save a persimmon as well, if you're going for this ending. They're used in it. And rice is a healing thing, but I rarely, if ever, use it for that. We'll go kill Hanbai.
Go.
It gives you this hidden tooth, which you can use to bite down and instantly die, which I think I probably have some other stuff for as well. Maybe not. No, I do. Right there. This stuff. Time calls for death by one's own hand. Samurai turn their swords on themselves. A matter of pride. Shinobi demand a swifter means. And that's it. It just kills you. Now that is supposed to basically let you revive instantly no matter if you've revived yet or not. As long as you have a resurrection. Because normally if a boss kills you and you resurrect, you have to take out a health bar of his, or you can't use another resurrect. I think this is supposed to instantly kill you, so that then you can use another resurrect. But I've used it before and it did not work. So I don't know. It's weird. The hidden tooth is basically a replenishing version of it. But yeah. He's dead now. So the abandoned dungeon, yeah, I can't do the eyes yet. I killed the Shishimen warrior. Basically everything there is done that can be done yet. I just finished up Senpou. The snake is dead, which means I could continue from there, but it's going to loop back around anyway, so I might as well go to the gun fort. I think I'll just finish up the Sunken Valley. I mean, not really finish up the Sunken Valley, but get to the next Sculptor's Idol, so I'm not covering the old ground again. Now that the snake is dead, you can safely descend this place. I think that's the last natural source of snap seeds. And there are treasure carp around here, but I think most all of them are underwater, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get much of anything above water. Here we go. Alright, so I think I'm going to end this one here then. Next one we'll be picking up, moving through the Sunken Valley, dealing with the boss in there, which, and anyone who knows anything about the game knows it's a terrible idea, but I prefer to do it that way because I think it's more fun. We should be reaching the Ashina Depths by the next episode, specifically Mibu Village. I'm hoping I can get there by the end of it, because I don't think I've done basically all of the side quest stuff that there is to do at this point. There's very little else to do, except for push through to the end of Mibu Village. So yeah, I think we're just going to make our way through the Sunken Valley in the next episode. But that's all for this one. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.